Have you ever asked yourself the question, who will I become? Or, what do I want to do with my life? Will I ever become something more? Or will I just be another stereotype? Someone who stays within the borders of their own configuration. We have so many windows of opportunities, yet we struggle with finding who we are. It's an ever-present question in today's society. Who will I become? In today's industries, they're looking for young people like you and me. People who know who they are and what they want to do in life. Workers who will strive to do their best, like Malcolm X would say, by any means necessary. When I was a little girl, I always enjoyed reading and drawing. I would spend most of my time wandering in the woods creating stories. I would then sit down and draw out what I thought the scene should look like. I wanted to create something I would never forget, something that would leave its impression on my mind. Now, years later, that is how I express myself to others, by creating things they can never forget. Media communications isn't just about telling people the weather, or telling them what the president is doing this month. It's about expressing your viewpoints. It's about making a difference in the world. And I believe that words are an extremely powerful way to make those differences. In high school, I created stories and shared it with my closest friends. They were hung on every word I read. They would wait for me to turn the page so they can see the next sketched out scene. The reason I was able to do all this was through the mentoring of an English professor. She showed me how dedicating hours to the things I loved, by crafting the skills I had obtained, it would be a way to prepare myself for the industry I would enter into in the future. She prepared me to live the philosophy, by any means necessary. The question, who will I become, has turned into, who have I become for me? In Full Sail University, you are given the opportunity to be who you are in whatever field of work that fits. I have been able to develop my communicative skills, my art skills, and my writing skills because they put their faith in me. They instilled that promise, the promise that I will perform my duties to my company by any means necessary. The promise that who I am and what I can do is what your industry needs. When people think of the words media communications, they generally think of news reporters or talk shows. When I think of media communications, I think of a way to tell others who I am, what I've done, and what I have to offer. I found that working in this department is like creating a new story. You have a certain amount of time to come up with an amazing plot, something that will leave the public fascinated, something that will have them coming back to you over and over again. Your goal is to create a picture, whether it's with words, video clips, or paint. You have to create something that will leave them entranced and wanting more. And if the people keep coming back, then the industry gains from the profit. Media communications is a way that painters, writers, musicians, reporters, and many others can show the world what's happening in today's society and what solutions we have for the problems they face. What I have offered the world is a way to express myself through words and art. In this department, I will share how I view the world through my eyes, how I plan to make this company successful, and how I plan to draw people in by any means necessary.